2 days. They got there. It's only 2 days. So, and you are shamelessly saying in 2 days no more IMF no. The kwacha is doing very well. How the fuck is he doing very well when they have given him money? It is doing well if overnight they sold a soil and made the money IMF gave them. Then you can come and compare them to Ghana and say the kwacha is doing well. But not when IMF and money sika. And my lady Nugusuka say, yeah, this kind of money in the last 2 days they are doing well. What won't ferry on? Won't ferry that you are also a Ghanaian. You are also part of the debts that we have because you are the immediate past president. You have no shame sitting on a world platform like that say, hey, Ghana is the West. Shameless.
Figure that they wanted, but you know, I
guess their economy is stabilizing quite well. The kwacha has made us one of the best performing currencies in Africa.
Correct. Just 2 days after.
Unfortunately, in Africa, in Ghana, we have taken over the mantle of the worst performing currency, not only in Africa, the world.
So,
okay. Okay. You have said it's not only in Ghana, not only Africa, the world. Zambia. Yesterday that you were saying Ghana was the West. Yesterday, Zambia had already gotten their IMF. And the lady says, yes, since they got their money in the last 2 days, their currency seemed to be doing well. They got money. Akufo ain't got a dime. So fuck off with your ideas. You can only compare Ghana to the rest of the world when Ghana has what every motherfucker in the rest of the world has at the moment. So if it's IMF, let's also get our IMF and then come back and have this conversation. Mo missing forming kwalano misconstrue adiano yenu exaggerate and then cause unnecessary fear and panic.
In Ghana, we have taken over the mantle of
enabling them to keep pumping bullshit into the system. Meanwhile, you are sitting here in America accepting what this host is saying, that the problem is not peculiar to Ghana. It's not unique to Ghana. And you are now saying that I want there were 2 reasons I call IMF. First one is there, or external. China was slow. China was slow.
Use a new wage policy that's I'll just say something a little bit to look at the 2 circumstances under which we went into the IMF. We are all members of the IMF, and so it's a body we go to when you have.
But we saw protests in the country in June against the high cost of living. And you've for a long time called on the government to accept assistance from the IMF. It has now changed course
So wait, the time John Mahama was calling on Akufo to go to IMF, and Akufo said, no, I want to try and do it myself. What was John Mahama seeing? He obviously saw that they needed IMF because he himself knows how much debt and bullshit he left. Because if you don't know what you left there, how can you go and tell the person who has now occupied the seat that, yo, you need to go to IMF? And the guy was trying his possible best to not go. Is that a crime? Is that a crime that you were begging him to go to IMF and he said, let me try and see if I can do it. Let me try. And now he says, you know what? I can't do it, especially with all the external factors. And now that he says, okay, I will do what you said because the external factors, now he is a liar. What do we want? What do we want? Which means, Inka John Mahama or we need bioma. Inka nanka sabasana kwa IMF biom. Ana na wa kwa IMF kwa on chia no ka wonwie Akufo Addo ne debt. Meanwhile, he was the one also advising Akufo Addo, kwa IMFO. So you think if he had won, he won't go? He will go. My question now is, why is it that now that finally Nana Akufo Addo has realized he can't be Captain Save a Ho, he can't carry show that this one is not job for Achim peoples only. He has to go to IMF, and he has finally agreed to go to IMF. That one too, we that were advising him to go initially, we are the ones now also saying oh to him. Yeah, normal. Huh? Yeah, normal na. Maybe we can tell him, I told you so. What's why is in Jordan time I'm can. But we said he should go. He said he wants to do it his own, and he didn't. He's not able to because the external factors are just gushing in.
Monetary fund for help. But Ms. Mahama, you also came under fire about how you handled the economy during your tenure. Should you run for president, should you have a chance to lead your country again, what would you do differently that you didn't do the first time around? What would you do differently next time?
I'll just say something a little bit to look at the two circumstances under which we went into the IMF. We are all members of the IMF, and so it's a body we go to when you have some macroeconomic instability. And so at the time I was president, yes, we suffered macroeconomic instability due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time. We had the...
So I want to tell you, Nana Akufo Addo also has the same shocks. The shock that shock you, Nana Akufo Addo, you don't shock him. Okay? That is one factor. Yanko.
The slowdown in China. But internally...
And the slowdown in China equal therefore to Nana Akufo Addo. I was one slowdown in China, on our Ukraine, or Russia, or COVID so. In China, John home. I was the cretin umpono, who slow of China, a IMF, on the Zoye Basa. Okay.
Expenditures, because we introduce a new external, you get shocked from time to time. We had the commodity price shocks, the slowdown in China. But internally, we overshot our expenditures because we introduced a new wage policy.
You overshot your expenditure because you introduced whatever. Nana Addo Akufo Addo, he has overshot his expenditure because he introduced free SHS. It is not regional, it is not district, it's national. It's national, and not only a certain age were eligible. It was free for all, still is free for all. Into one great grandparents.